Hello. Hello, Kelly. Thank you for coming. I just wanted to show you to start this live tomorrow at 10:30 after Kelly's live. I'm going to do a interview with this young man. This is a takeoff from my friend Mary, and one of her sons is from Haiti, and I'm going to be interviewing him tomorrow. So that should be interesting. He is obviously dark skinned, and I have a list of questions. So if anyone has any questions they would like to ask him, you can meet me for the live, or you could also send me some questions. I have a list of questions, so it should be interesting. I got together with my friend Mary a lot when my kids were little. She lives about an hour away, and so I knew John when he was really little. But I haven't really seen them as much because I've been teaching school and I've been doing a lot of other things. So it will be interesting for me to interview him because I haven't really talked to him personally in quite a long time. So it should be an interesting interview. So he's kind of a friend, but a little bit of a stranger to me because I don't know him that well. So Mary is totally open with me asking him anything. And one thing that we will talk about is, the color of his skin is part of it, and how he is responding to what's going on in our country and things like that, and what it's like for a dark skinned boy to grow up in a home with white people. And so it should be interesting. We will be open and candid with our questions. I sent him the questions already that I had for him. So if he has any problem with any of the questions, he can let me know ahead of time. So I don't want to offend him in any way. But he is, happy to be an American. I know that. And he wants to share his perspective from his point of view. And he's also a young person. So young people are going through a lot right now with all of the changes in our country and not knowing what's going on and how to plan for the future and that kind of stuff. So it should be an interesting conversation. So if you can't watch it live, that's okay. Just, maybe watch the playback. So it should be interesting. This was Mary's idea. She's like, why don't you go ahead and interview John? This would be great. Because I think, she has a message to give. And also, I just thought on my channel, I know that a lot of it's VIP Kid, but right now, I just want to share the good things that are happening in the world. There are really good people. And we need to, sometimes we get caught up in the news and we see so much of what is going on that's bad. And that's what they want us to do, to get caught up in the bad stuff and to get overwhelmed and even stressed out and depressed. So, yeah, so just be careful to, come to my channel and see what's good happening in the world. So I have a few interviews lined up for the future. And so for tomorrow, that will be John. So today I wanted to, yes, they want to divide us. They want us to make us feel like we have no hope and that we need our government to bail us out of all of this trouble, when actually too much government can put us into trouble. So, I'm all for the government, but we have to do it reasonably and do it according to our Constitution. It has worked well so far. We have the best country in the whole world, and we need to keep it that way. So I think it's good for us to share the good things. And that's what I love about VIP Kid is we are all here to share good things with each other. So thank you for coming, guys. And I just wanted to, I love this forum because I can do StreamYard and I can bring people on if I want. So I'm kind of practicing with it. This is what I'll use tomorrow when I do my interview. I also wanted to share that I am going to be setting up a knitting class on Zoom. So if anybody who watches this video would like to do a knitting class with me, let me know. I have a couple people that want to, and I know everybody's busy, so it'll be a matter of trying to find a good time. So what you need is you need a size 5 knitting needles. These are circular needles, you can buy these online. These are pretty cheap. They're like bamboo with a plastic bottom, and they're very inexpensive to buy a whole set, all different sizes. If you would like to do more knitting than just one project, you could look into that. I could find a link and post it later. And then you also need cotton yarn. Okay, this is cotton from Walmart or Michael's. It's not the regular yarn that is acrylics. It is like a mixed manufactured type yarn. But this is cotton, and it works well for the dishcloth, and it washes really well. And you can wash it in good detergent. Like, say you use it for a dishcloth and you want to really clean it well, it will stand up to washing and stuff. So that's all you need. Is you need size 5 knitting needles, and you need a ball of cotton yarn. Okay, so I am on StreamYard and I don't know how to. Yeah. So that's interesting. Yeah. So I guess you can block people from your StreamYard. I don't know how that works, how they're coming in through YouTube or if they're coming in through StreamYard. That's interesting. So that's a big problem. So many have gotten away from the Constitution. And that's the thing. People are like, what about our Constitution? People don't know what our Constitution says. So if you're watching this video and if you're like me, I'm like, what? I don't have the Constitution memorized. I went to YouTube, and you can actually have it read to you on YouTube for free. You can do that with the Declaration of Independence and the Constitution and any other documents that you might want to refresh your memory. We all need to refresh our memories. Now, I went to a Christian high school. I went to public school up to 8th grade. Then I went to a Christian high school, and then I went to a Christian college. And we were very good. That was part of our education, was learning American history, and being traditional about history. And I'm so thankful for the background that I have. But in the public schools, I know that they've gotten away from that. And it's a dangerous thing, because now we have adults who know nothing about what our country is all about and how we got here, why it's so great. It's not great because of democracy. It is not great because of democracy. Democracy is not good, because if the majority of people are criminals, we don't want them in charge, right? And if you read the Bible says that it is bad when the bad people are in charge. So we need to have a sense of right and wrong in order for um, a civilization to continue reasonably. And so we need to keep sharing that with others, keep sharing that with people, and just keep saying it over and over, and keep telling the kids. That's taught so rarely anymore. You are on fire. Okay, you are on fire. We are not a democracy. We are a constitutional republic. And we need these foundations. We need the very foundation. Now, I have taught 13 children for the last 30 years, and I did homeschool for many years. And, you know, there's a lot of reasons for that. And I really feel like sometimes it was life or death. You know, I'm going to teach you what is right, and I'm going to teach you no matter how hard it is. And then for the last 7 years, I've been at a Christian school, and it was a little easier to have other adults to help in the training of the kids. But honestly, nothing since a high school has compared to my high school experience, which I'm thinking I may share on a separate video. I'm thinking about maybe looking for some of my classmates from my high school years and sharing with people what our high school was. How did the school feel about that, Cindy? I think we need to correct speech by calling this a democracy when we are not. Yeah. I mean, I've heard adults who are pretty smart call our country a democracy. It's like, think about it. Like, in my family, I have 13 children. Do I want a democracy? No. This is not a democracy. This is a family, and the parents are in charge. So, just like our country, it's not a democracy, and not necessarily a person is in charge. That's why we have the branches of government that we have, to checks and balances, to make sure that we are, you know, really reading this correctly, and we're making the right decisions and that kind of thing. And we're comparing this with that. So, how did the school feel about what? So, I trained my kids for all these years. I went to school, and they, schools today do the best they can, because you can only do as much as the parents kind of let you do. And you can have a standard, but if the parents aren't completely behind you, you kind of have to work together on how things are going to go. But when I went to high school, I went to a really good Christian high school where it was strict. I actually lived there. It was a boarding school, because there weren't, about you saying that you would teach the truth. Well, it was a Christian school, so I could teach the truth of the Bible. We were able to teach the Bible. And I told the kids how amazing this is. And if that's the only reason we come to this school is to learn the Bible, then we need to cherish that, because there's no guarantee that we're going to get everything that there's no guarantee that we're going to keep it. And right now we are teetering on losing it. Okay, so Kelly says democracy is when the people vote directly. We elect people to vote for laws. Right. That's true. Democracy is also, hello, Laura. Democracy is also just people voting. Like, even if the people all vote for the people that they want in charge, the people in charge still have a constitution to uphold. They have to think of others. They can't just decide to do whatever they want. That's the way our country is. Our country is founded on the idea that we're all created equal and we all have rights. Now, the rights are being infringed on right now because people are going out and they're wrecking things, they're breaking things, they're ruining people's businesses, etc. That is not what a democracy is about. We can't just go around and hurt people just because we think we have a cause. Hurting people is not allowed in our country. It's supposed to be a crime to hurt people. So I don't care how many people. And the thing is, they are paid rioters. So that means that somebody needs to be responsible for all of this. Whoever is paying them needs to be brought to justice. Like, they need to be brought to the front and they need to be charged as a criminal. So that's what our country should be doing right now. There's a difference too between those who are protesting and rioters. Yeah. So, I understand, like I have said before, our education system needs to be revamped, but that doesn't mean I'm going to go and ruin all the schools and, beat all the teachers to death or anything, I mean, we need to make changes, but that doesn't mean we wreck stuff and we hurt people, and yeah. Thank you, Laura. I don't know what I'm saying that you like, but I am a mom. Like, I have preached these messages over and over and over. And I am telling you, in the last 13 or 30 years, I have felt like I am fighting the world. And I am realizing that I was fighting the world. Like, I was like, okay, I was like, here's this dam. I was like the little boy with his finger in the little hole of the dam. I was trying to take care of my family, teach them what's right, you know, Teach them to be honest, and then you go out in the world and you realize that people lie, every chance they get. Teach them to be kind to their parents and honoring their parents, and they aren't. And the whole world has gone crazy. I could say so much more, but that's not what this video is about. But I see what is happening, and it makes history, makes my life make sense. And I told somebody before, I was a little bit like, in my kid's face sometimes, like, you've got to do this. You've got to understand this is how it needs to go. And they were just like, kids, like, why are you so stressed out or whatever? But I didn't understand what I was preparing them for. Wow. I had no idea. My oldest daughter is 31. My youngest is almost 13. These kids are going to live in whatever life comes to them in the next few months. They are going to have to make decisions. Now, let's see, out of all my kids, none of them are rioting, okay? They are a little confused. They're trying to figure things out, but they're not jumping on the rioting bandwagon. And they don't believe that they are prejudiced, and they do not believe that they treat colored people badly, okay? So I know that some people think that if their skin is brown, it doesn't matter how you treat them, then you have white privilege or something. But we have always been just, treat people the same. Like, we don't treat people badly, and none of my kids are punching people and hurting people and killing people. Yeah, anyway. I don't think any of them have that tendency to do that. So, what's going on? How is this being produced in our country? How are we producing people that want to hurt each other? And how are we producing people that think it's okay to be paid to hurt someone or break something? It just doesn't make sense. Somebody's doing something wrong somewhere. So anyway, there's so much strangeness going on right now. Buckingham Palace is missing the royal seal. All the windows are boarded up. Oh my goodness, there is something very big being planned. Oh my word. Wow, I didn't hear anything about that. Okay, so let me tell you, this is why you guys need to learn how to knit. Knitting is a great pastime for people that are under difficulties. And I am learning so much about knitting. Did you know that Queen Victoria was a knitter? The people during her day, the common people, would knit, to make socks and mittens and other things, probably underwear. They needed everything. So they learned how to knit, and they made sweaters and things. And Queen Victoria just thought it was a really cool craft. And so she took up the craft. And did you know that I don't think she was very good at it? The story is that she wasn't really a master knitter, but she did knit, and she made scarves for her soldiers. Can you imagine getting a scarf made by Queen Victoria? And she also popularized handcrafts during her day. And a lot of people would knit, like the lace shawls and different things like that were popular during the Victorian era. So I thought that was a really fun fact about knitting. So what I want to do on this video, I wanted to talk to you about, there's a couple new things with VIPKID. Micah Kid has put out a video about, hello, Meredith. Oh, good. We are at our camper at the lake. Oh, you lucky duck. I think I'm going to get my kids to mow the lawn today. It's a pretty nice day. It's not too hot. It's actually beautiful out here. So Micah Kid made a video about feedback. I guess parent feedback is very low for everyone. There's a new way to do the parent feedback, and he talked about it in his video. I put it on my VIPKID iPad users group. You can also look for it on YouTube under health and wellness, his videos. And there's a way that you can like copy and paste. Thank you guys. Thumbs up. There's a way that you can copy and paste the feedback for the parents. So check that out. There's also a new tool that you can do, and I don't know if you guys noticed it, but it's on the bottom of your classroom. You can click on it and you can put a little box up and you can type in the box, and you can also use different colors typed in the box. The story is that it's for iPad users. Hello, Jason. I'm horrible with tactile activities. I made the worst birdhouses in 4-H. There's no way I could knit. Oh, interesting, Jason. Yeah, my husband's he's not a really good hands-on person. He's really good about speaking. I'm trying to get him into VIPKID, or maybe now without school. He is so smart, and he is really good with his words. But Jason, I have a student in my classroom at school, and he is making a blanket. I have to check on him and see how he's doing. But he's just doing one stitch and he's just going along. And I have a good friend. Her brother was in the Marines and they were stationed somewhere. And she told the story about he was making hats for all his family members. While that, you know how the Marines are, sometimes they get stuck somewhere. They're on duty, but they're not really doing anything specific, and they have a lot of downtime, and they might use it to play cards or play games or whatever. Maybe a lot of them now are doing classes online, but he was knitting and he made hats for all his family members. And when he came home from the service or whatever he was doing, he was a double hero. Like, can you imagine getting a hat from a Marine? That would just be amazing. So men can knit, and a lot of really good knitters are men. There's so much. So you should try it again, Jason. Maybe you should try again. So Teacher Heather says, what is the box for? I noticed. Oh, the box for. So the box on the VIPKID website is a box for, you can type in it, and you can type different colors. And the story is it's for VIPKID users and iPad users. I'm sorry, for iPad users, because it's hard for them to type into the. I haven't tried it with my iPad though. I only tried it today, and the only reason I knew about it was because somebody posted in a group about it. So I did put the announcement in the iPad users group. The story is it's for the kids, for the iPad users, so that they can type, because it's hard for them to type otherwise. But you can also do it with your computer. But I had a problem Xing it off once I played with it at the end of a class because I had some extra time with a student. And it was fun while it lasted, but then fortunately I was at the end of the class and I couldn't exit off, and I saw someone else had the same problem. So I put on my group to be careful, because you might not be able to exit off. It's not a perfected thing yet. So I used it in a class and couldn't get rid of it. Yeah. So they're going to have to fix that. I think that's happening to more people than that. So today I also wanted to talk to you, show you my Apples to Apples app. And I wanted to show you, I know that a lot of people use Google Slides. What I'm using right now is I'm using StreamYard. And then I also, before that, I have Cam Twist and resizing them. And I am mirroring my iPad onto my computer. Cindy Pummer, I was thinking of you because I was looking through the different classes for OutSchool, and I was thinking you should do a clown makeup class for OutSchool. Are you signed up for OutSchool? Have I gotten the certification for TEFL? No. The thing that was holding me back is I'm reading through it and it says you have to have what is it, 15 or 10 or 15, no, 10 parent feedbacks within 15 days after you do the TEFL. And I'm like, am I going to do all that work? And then if I don't get the feedbacks, then I don't get the certificate. I wasn't sure I understood the program on that. Then I saw Andrew, he had a YouTube video and he said that you have, if you get, like, say you get 2 right after the TEFL, you have to wait until you get 10 altogether. If you get 2 within 15 days, you have to wait till you get 10 within the 15 days or 10 altogether, then you get your TEFL. So if it takes you, from what I understand, is if it takes you 2 months to get 10 5-apple feedbacks, then you don't get the TEFL until you're done. But if you go the 15 days and you don't have any parent feedbacks, they give you the TEFL right away because they assume that you're a 4 or 5-apple teacher. That's what I understand from Andrew's video. I have 6 of the 10 I need. I think it is saying that the parent has 15 days to leave you feedback, or it automatically counts as a 4 or 5. Oh, so I don't really understand. I suggested that to the CP about the clown makeup. Yeah. Yeah, and I was also thinking of drawing, a drawing class, like how to make funny faces for her. So I'm like, I wish I could draw because that's what I would do. Yeah. I have been photobombed. Yeah, they're looking for pancake mix, but you know, I keep telling them you can make it. I have tons of flour. You can make it with flour, but my first group of kids always made it from scratch. This group of kids, they think that you just need the add water pancake mix. Hello, Danny. Yeah, that was my kid. He photoshopped me, or yeah, photobombed me. That was my son. Yeah. Hello, Danny. Good to see you. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, keep us posted. Keep us posted. I didn't understand that at all. And I didn't want to go through all that work and then them tell me, sorry, you can't have it. I didn't understand how they put that information. Okay, no problem. Thank you, Casey. I just wanted to, yeah, my garden. I got to go out and plant some more seeds out there and cut back some of my weeds. So I got my flowers. I got some more flowers planted and I'm really encouraged. So I think I just need to water more because we haven't been getting much rain. So this is my Stars to Apples app. You can go to the rewards section. If you want to get the app, you can pay $9.99 for the app. Then you can join the Facebook group and you can get the catalog of all of the different rewards that other people have made, similar to Google Slides. Now, what I'm doing right now is I have my iPad set up, no, my laptop set up. That's what I'm working off of with this video laptop. I have hardwire USB to my iPad charger port. So it's being charged as I'm using it. And I have my iPad off to the side. This is really cool because it has a touch screen. So say I want to do the Make a Monster reward. I can ask the kid, you want 1, 2, or 3, or 4, 1, 2, 3, or 4, or you could even roll the dice. And on the side, I am touch screening, and you can also do big and small, and you can do, you know, you can make it bigger and smaller. So if you're doing a lesson with big or small, you can also switch the video source. So I'm going to go over here. There's a little button on my cam twist directions here that I can switch the video source so that I am small and the reward is big. So this is really cool. And I just thought this might be something that some people would like. So here you have the arms. You can talk to the student and let them pick, or you can just pick yourself. And then you can also clear it and you can start over and make another one. So this is really cool. So I water every 3 days if no rain, unless you plant trees. Then we have no water the trees every day. Okay, for the first 2 weeks. Okay, so this one can be like a one-eyed monster, and you can do a sad face and that kind of stuff. So this is really cool. And I love these. These are called Make a Scene. And they also have, like, this is Find a Star. And there's butterflies. So this is kind of like Google Slides, only these stay open. They don't close like Google Slides do. So you can also do this like on your phone and hold it up. But I really like having it on the screen like this, then I don't have to hold it up anymore. So that's really cool. And I love how it's touch screen. And with these, you can just keep bringing more and more and more down. And you can either leave it on the front or you can be small like I am now. And so this is really cool. There's also picture reveal where you can, you know, reveal the picture slowly. And then you have something like that. So that's really cool. Now, when you order the app, you will get a very few amount of rewards. And then you have to download more off of the, so this is a Find a Star. This one I used today. So this was really fun. Strawberry shortcake. So we practiced saying it. There's also this is teacher versus student. So you got 3 points, 2 points. So you say, ask the student, pick a number for you, pick a number for me. And then you play the game. You can keep track of the numbers on your board and you play. This one I really like to do with the big kids, like even level 7. Well done. And you don't have to make it all like this in the corner. You could also move it around like this. So this is really cool. Now you can also do this with Google Slides, but Google Slides doesn't have the touch screen moving around that I know of. It's more static type thing. Okay, and then let's see, this one is done. And they also have tic-tac-toe. And yeah, so this is really cool. Ice cream cones. They have all different, I mean, they have hundreds, probably thousands of rewards, just like Google Slides. So here you have an ice cream cone. All right, so yeah, so I just think it's like one of those things that is there and we know about it, but people don't hear enough about it to be able to say, hey, I really like that. Here we have a family. You can build your own family. You can, you know, here you have little people, you have big people, so you could make your own family. You could put as many people in there as you want. Grandma. So you could just keep talking about stuff and keep moving stuff around. Yes, it's called Stars. You look for it in the App Store. 2 apples. And you look for it in the Apple App Store. It's an actual app that you buy for $9.99. You only pay one time for that, and then you get access to other rewards on the Facebook group, the VIPKID Stars to Apples. So there's more though. You can make your schedule. Like today I did, this is my schedule, this is my student, and you can put in the reward and then you can press done and then you can do this. This was for my boys today. Okay, and then you can also add in the student's names. So as you're going along, I put mine in alphabetically. There's also a place for props. I'm not proficient on everything to do with the props. I have a student who usually downloads her projects, but she was unable to download a project today, and I did not know how to help her. Yeah, I don't know how they do that. She might have to ask her LP. I don't know how they download their own projects. The other thing she could do is take a picture of it with her thing and just show you a picture. You can still use ManyCam with this, correct? Yes, there's also a way to do with ManyCam. Yes, I've seen that video. I just don't know. Now, you can also create your own reward. So I'm going to show you a little bit how you do it. You put in, say, the name of the reward, say, kids. No, I'm going to do, let's see, I'm going to do plants or flowers. I'm going to do plants because I have plants, maybe. So you can do find a star, you can do picture prizes, teacher versus student, make a scene, picture reveal, tic-tac-toe. I'm going to do, let's see, a matching game. So then I'm going to do the background. So now it will pull up all of your pictures that you have taken. So for background, you can see some really awesome pictures that I have. Let's see, I'll do this for a background. And it might be confusing. I don't know if I would keep this or not, but just for the sake of fun. So you pick how many rows you want to do. So I'm going to do matching. So I'm going to do 5 rows and 2 columns. And then I'm going to do, now it says you can pick covers. So they have different types of covers you can choose from. Apply a cover set. So you can pick numbers, colors and numbers, and I'm going to save it. Okay. 1 category is missing. Your rewards need to at least 1 tag. Okay, so I have to tag it. I don't know how to tag it. Tap a plus, you can upload your own covers from your device. I don't know why it's not accepting that. Oh, here we go. So different images. So I'm going to pick some flowers. 1. So I just took a bunch of pictures of flowers. Okay, so let's see what happens. Okay, so 1 more. Okay, is that going to be, oh, that one's the same, so I have to change that one. Okay, and so let's see this one. Okay, that one's different. So you need a thumbnail. Then you need, okay. So I need a thumbnail. So I'm going to pick this one for the thumbnail, and then I'm going to preview the reward. Okay, so here we have the reward. So there's 1. So that's not a match. So this is really fun for a matching game. Now I have to find a match. Okay, 1 and 1 and I'm bad at matching. Okay, 1 and 9. 9, 1 and 9. So when it's a match, you get a match, and then it clears that spot, and then when you're all done, you get the background picture. Yeah. Google Slides is free, but there's a lot of things you can do with this one that you can't do with Google Slides, and I love Google Slides, but I really love this, so I'm just sharing it. I'm not trying to sell it. I don't get anything. I don't have like a affiliate link or anything like that. Okay, it looks like an apple. Okay, let's see, I'll look for it myself here. Okay, so it's space. I think you have to do like a space. So you're going to do stars, space, 2, space, apples. And then it shows you some things about it. But honestly, you won't get it all with just what they show you. There's so much more. Okay. Yeah. Oh, Danny, that's awesome. So now you asked, we can make our own rewards, and this is really cool. Now, the only thing that I don't like about it is you can't, once you, like say you have your phone with you that day and you want to make a reward, you can't, like, it doesn't go from your phone to your iPad. You have to airdrop it. And mine this morning said I had to update my app. So I have to check into that. But you can make your own rewards. And I have to show you this one. It's hilarious. So this is, you can make your own face. So this is what I did. Okay, so I took a picture of myself. There I am. Okay, and then you can take the eyebrows and you can you can do some really weird stuff. So I can do this mouth like this, or I could do like this. And it's so easy. All I did was edit the thing that was already there. I just stuck in my own face. So what student isn't going to love that? And so, and this one, here's some nice hair for me. So I wanted to do this for my kids today, but I made it on my phone, and I tried to download it onto my iPad. So now I have to figure out what you do is you can airdrop it. But mine said my app is not updated. So they must have done some updating for the app. So there's hair, there's nose, there's glasses. So that would be a lot of fun, wouldn't it? So I want to put it on my iPad so that you can see it from, from the screen. And so I do have a lot of different ones on my phone that I don't have on my iPad just because I have my phone with me all the time. So like strawberry shortcake I added here. Then I just went to, the page where all of these are. So I'm just going to show you how this goes. So this is the stars to apples right here, and you press on it and there's all your rewards. So then you can cancel out of that. This is the sheets, and this is where you're going to get all of your rewards. So these are rewards that other people have made. So you can type in whatever you want to, like Harry Potter, harvest mice, headphones, Hello Kitty. I mean, just as many. I'm sure there's as many, if not more, of everybody of what the Google Slides has. And then you download, you press on something, famous best friends. I was looking for friends. I had a friend lesson. And then you open it up like this, and then it will download onto your iPad, just like that. And then you edit anything you need to edit, or you press save, and then it will load into your, I forgot. Now, if you load up anything, you need to make sure that you check what the thumbnail is. So this is friends. Oh, this is awesome. Best friends. Oh, I love this. Oh, my word. Oh, I love this. I was looking for a friend's reward and I couldn't find one before. Oh, this is great. So there you go. It's $9.99. And I don't get anything for it, but if you do go to the Facebook group, mention my name. That would be cool. Because I've been putting out a lot of videos. I don't want them to think I'm taking over their world, but I would like them to know that I'm trying to help out and sharing the news about stars to apples. So, yeah. So this is really cool. I love it. So I love that one. So that's how you load them up. So now I do have Google Slides also. So this is my Google Slides, and I was using this. I was testing it out the other day to see how it works. And you can do the same thing with Google Slides. The Cam Twist controls what you have in the box. That's not stars to apples. You can use stars to apples on your phone just like you do Google Slides. If you use an iPad for teaching, you'll have to use your phone for anything like Google Slides or Stars to Apples. So here's like, these are funny animals. So this is Google Slides. And Google Slides always goes back. It doesn't like leave the window open. So you have to remember which window that was already opened. The Royal Guards are missing. Eesh, wow, Heather. I had no idea. My tea party is booking well. My novel study is not booking, but I'm finding the classes book last minute a lot. Oh, interesting. What novel are you doing, Mindy? I mean, I don't know if they give us a number on how many, like, what are the ages, how many people of which ages are booking so you can gear your classes. Like, if there's like thousands and thousands of kids that want to do tea parties, then we can all do tea parties, right? I could do a tea party, but I feel like if other people are already doing it because of Winn-Dixie, I've seen people doing like Harry Potter and some of those modern books that kids like. I saw one teacher did one on Marvel characters and superheroes, and she had really bad reviews because it sounded like she wasn't really structured. She was just more like having the kids talk about it. So be careful of that. Make sure your lessons are structured, because this one teacher had a lot of bad reviews. um, that is what I'm hoping for. Cool. Awesome. Yeah, so I would also like to do a Zoom knitting for my VIPKID teacher friends, just because some people have mentioned that they want to. So I might put out a message about that, and maybe you can let me know what time of day would work for you. I know that mornings are hard. By the time I'm done with this video, I have things I have to do. So I was thinking kind of like an evening, like 7 p.m. on a weeknight. Ages 8 to 13 are booking a lot lately, and summer camps are booking. We got an email. Awesome. That is great. So I was thinking knitting would be something good that kids would want to do. And so I'm thinking a Zoom. I'm not teaching any nights except Friday and Saturday. I do teach Friday and Saturday nights. So, and I can't do Wednesday. So I was thinking a Monday or a Tuesday evening. So you can let me know if that would work for you guys. And I know that Meredith said she might be interested. So might have a few takers. So, and this is iPad setup. If you're interested in this, you can also do this with ManyCam as well. And you can also, like, say you take pictures or a video, you can also connect a video to your class. So this would work for OutSchool also. So like, say I wanted to show flowers. I thought that would be a good class too, Mindy. Like talking about different types of flowers and when they grow, like what time of year that they grow, the names of the different flowers, or even greenery type thing. I have been signed up for OutSchool and I'm so fearful of it, but I felt the same way about VIPKID. Yeah. So you could even show pictures to your students this way. You might want to have them in a file. This thing right here, this concrete, I want to paint, but this was my grandmother's, this concrete goose. So it kind of looks, you know, kind of, it's concrete-ish. But it reminds me of my grandmother, so it's special to me. And she loved flowers. She was an awesome, awesome gardener. This right here is an iris. This was transplanted from my grandmother's garden as well. So I have irises all over my yard. I wish I had more, like I planted them in more places than I have right now. Some didn't grow as well as others. Heather, that would be amazing. There's a guy that is in one of the groups. He's been in OutSchool for only 2 weeks. And he is fully booked, and he's teaching survival skills, like urban survival skills. And I don't know what he's calling the other stuff, but I talked to him back and forth a little bit, and he is fully booked, and he's making like $1,000 a week, something like that. Yeah, thank you, Danny. This I had talked on the video during the part where there's flowers, but it didn't come out, but I left it anyway. So just for your information, this goose is from my grandmother's garden. this was from my grandmother's garden. I went to her garden and took as many flowers as I could, and the irises are the only ones that survived. She was an amazing gardener. She just loved nature. And I love it. I love nature, but I'm not good at taking care of it. So I'm working on that. You could do the research, Heather. Yeah, I'm excited for a reason to learn more for teaching. Yeah, I'm going to do more research on knitting because I thought when we're knitting in class, I want to be able to share facts about knitting, like um, Queen Victoria, she loved to knit. And so learning more about knitting and different countries, and there are different styles for knitting in different countries. And also people use knitting for making like fish nets. And, knitting is something that is way more than just sitting down and making something. There's so much to it. It's amazing. And different types of yarn. There's so much you could teach in just knitting. And also knitting brings people together, which is a whole new concept where Queen Victoria was knitting and she was giving to the soldiers. That was an act of service to her, to people that were serving her and showing her appreciation and bringing people together. So there's a lot. There's so much more I need to know more. Yeah, I know. I think as teachers, we realize there's so much more to know, but we have to remember the kids don't know much at all. So the hardest part, I think, is bringing something down simply and just sharing with the kids and helping them to learn something. They don't have to learn everything in one day. Yeah, quilting. Yeah, that would be awesome. And, just make something simple. Or you could even do like hand knitting to start with. So a lot of people do hand quilting, and I know my mother-in-law made a quilt for me when we got married. She hand quilted the entire thing. So Meredith, I didn't find out what you said too. Yeah, Mindy quilts. So Meredith, what did you say? I'm working on my summer camp. Hope to send in tomorrow for approval. It's 4-day, all about me. Oh, awesome. I love that. That's great. Great. Okay, and Meredith it is. I don't know if she is on the run. Yeah, so the thing is, you don't know about hand quilting. Well, a lot of people, they teach sewing, so you just have to figure out how to maybe teach basic sewing. I teach sewing in school, and it takes me like a month to get the kids to know how to just thread the machine. So you got to think simple. So Heather, do you have kids? If so, have them take out school so you can watch. Yeah, that's a great idea. Yeah, yeah, I want to do that too. Um, so I'm going to look at classes for my kids too. I love hand quilting and machine. Yeah. So I don't really hand quilt. I don't even really quilt, but I've made some things. I like to sew. The question I have gotten from friends for school credit. Well, the thing is, out school is more, it's for home schoolers. So if you're a homeschooler, usually you put together a portfolio and you can count whatever they do for school. You just keep it in a file or some type of portfolio, and you make up your own classes. So say you want to do home ec, you can have the kids do knitting, and you just say what you made, how many hours you spent on it. For home ec, we did knitting, quilting, and cooking. So you could do knitting, quilting, and cooking on out school, and that would be your home ec class. Or like for me, for homeschooling, I did one year we did make a poncho. And it turned out I looked at all the ponchos I could find, and the best one I really liked was the poncho that one of what's her name? What's her name? Martha Stewart. She went to prison, and the people in prison were knitters, and they made her a poncho, and she left prison with this poncho on. So that was the poncho we made. So all of my kids that were old enough to knit made the poncho. So that was their home ec class for that year or semester or whatever it was. And then for homeschooling, we did music lessons. So I don't think you can count it for an official accredited school, but you can count it as part of your homeschool. And homeschooling is official. Sometimes when you graduate from homeschool, you have to go get your GED in order to like go to a community college or something like that. A lot of colleges are accepting homeschooling certificates, and they might look at your portfolio and see what you did for work, and you just keep track of all of their classes. And so it just depends on where they want to go to school. It could be, you homeschool, you take the SAT, you're good to go. So different colleges are doing it different ways now. So if you're homeschooling, any of that counts for school credit. I don't know if they are certified to be able to count for credits in school. Well, that's the thing, like if you're going to a public school, they're going to be sticky about what's an actual credit for school. So this is kind of like extra. It's not really school credit, but in our situation right now, kids that are sort of enrolled in school are learning less than they would in regular school. So you're just benefiting your child by giving them more classes, and it's not going to necessarily a credit for school, but it is part of their curriculum. And you could talk to the schools and see what they say. Some schools, I don't know. Our school is a Christian school, so technically it's not a public school accreditation standard, but it is by a state standard. It's actually a higher standard than public schools, but paperwork wise, it's just don't worry about it. I think it's great because schools don't offer Spanish, right? And schools, okay, so if you're going to do a language, you might be able to talk to the school and say, hey, my kids have done Spanish out school. We've done this many hours. Can we count that as a credit? Talk to your people and see what they say. Yeah. If you don't know anything, but like I went to junior high, I learned French first in seventh and eighth grade. I learned 2 years of French. I went to my Christian school and I did 2 more years of French. But my 2 years in junior high was pretty good foundation. So, but some kids I've seen that they've learned different languages and they hardly learn anything, and it's still counted as a credit. So I would say take the classes, enjoy the classes, learn. That's the whole point of OutSchool. If you look at the philosophy of the school, it's to supplement your regular school education. And the guy who created it said he learned more outside of school than he learned in school. I think that once you create a love of learning, kids are going to learn more, right? So it's a great way to cultivate the love of learning. And $10 at a time or 15 or whatever it is. So yeah, so I don't think it's officially accredited because obviously people that don't even have a 4-year degree can teach for OutSchool. So schools aren't going to allow that as an accreditation. Oh, thank you, Danny. I did reply. I talked to Paige and I made my bio way more thorough and added a lot more in it about the ages that I teach and things that I've taught over the years. And I also redid my video. I did not put the video on YouTube yet because I'm a little, gun shy. I'm on a Facebook group with lots of, well, it's new and wannabe OutSchool teachers, and there are some people that they're trying for their 4th time, which is kind of sad. I don't really understand why they wouldn't approve people that really want to teach, because like you have to wait for the parents to book you. So even though you get hired in, there's no guarantee you're actually going to get bookings, right? So I don't really know what their criteria. They did not tell me why I didn't get accepted. So, all right. So I better get going. I still have feedback to do. I hope you guys, thank you, Danny. I really am thinking I'm going to do it eventually. If somebody has reapplied 4 times, I guess I can just keep reapplying until they tell me we don't like you, go away. But I would really like to do the knitting, and I think that would be a really great summer camp because I can do a one-time course class where I teach, how to cast on, and basic I can do within 45 minutes. But then it's going to take them a little while to actually make the dishcloth, and then I would like to, reconnect. And then I'd like, if they have kids that really want to make something, work with them about what types of materials to get, what they want to make, and then we could work on it together. And then we can also study the history of knitting and yarn and all of that. So, and then I also want to teach, yeah. So I'm thinking they just got an influx of teaching. And thank you, Heather. Knitting is a lost art as well as sewing. That is true. This is the comment I wanted. Oh. So she said that knitting is a lost art. I wanted to put that one. I applied and was accepted prior to the influx. Yeah, I was thinking just kind of like randomly just said, we don't want you because they had so many. That's what I'm hoping. But I redid everything anyway. I have no idea why they are denying some and not others. My daughter is 21 and no bachelor degree got hired. She has her cosmetology degree so she can do hair and makeup. That's awesome. So maybe they know that that's what people want. She has no teaching experience. Wow. I'm jealous. That's not fair. That's not fair. I can do makeup. I have all my makeup right here. I've even done makeup videos for YouTube. I haven't done one in a while. I should do one. But I have my pharmacy makeup. This is really awesome. This is a concealer, and like I have the cream, but this is really awesome because it's like a stick and you can just, of course, young kids don't need this, but I have some like darker spots where you can just put it on and it's like the same color as my skin. And so first thing in the morning, that's the first thing I'll do. Because I think when you're older, it makes you look worse when your face is not all one color. You can be an example for those who apply and don't get in. Make a video after you get hired. Oh yeah, I will definitely do that. I already told people that I didn't get in. And so, yeah, I can go ahead and make another video. I could. But I wanted to make this video today. I was surprised that so many people got in. And a lot of people are doing makeup on that thing. Like, hopefully they get enough bookings. Yeah. All right. Well, I got to go too, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I was so surprised that I had so many people. Now, when I do my lives, I'm going to be using StreamYard because it's really easy, and I love to put the comments up like this. So tomorrow I will be using it. But if I'm just doing a regular live and you want to come on, thank you, Heather. If you want to come on with me, I can send you the link privately. So just let me know. Say, hey, I want to join you on the live. So I will send you the email. I can just press invite and I can send it to you privately. Just tell me where to send it. Okay, so thank you for watching, and I will see you guys. Have a great day, and I will see you around. And I will let you guys know when I do get hired. I'll be checking my app every single day. All right. Bye-bye.